Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment to battle for that precious trophy. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Return starts from inside the 5. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Pittsburgh's offense comes on the field first today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34. The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. On the run, it's Reed. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. With the catch, it's Mumfield. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The Panthers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking to scramble. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw. It's Holstein. The pass rush closing in. He's got his man in the open field. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Pitt now operating in the red zone. In the red area, it's Reed. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Pitt Panthers offense comes out for their first possession today. We've got some interesting matchups here today, Kirk. Each quarterback is going to have to account for an elite free safety on the other side.
Well, Chris, I think this is the game within the game, to be honest. These two free safeties are great at operating and just roaming in coverage. It's going to be interesting to see how these two move around on the chessboard in this game. Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
First down, we're going to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48. First and 10 play coming up. He's going to hand this off. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Makes a quick catch. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. And Kirk, it's Pittsburgh on top. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. They flipped into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. It's caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Back to pass. It's Sanders. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Can he get there on the ground? Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Now we run a draw play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Pitt offense is moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Panthers looking to run some tempo here. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line. The Panthers hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Dropping back. It's Sanders. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Buffaloes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Bringing pressure. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. He bought some time, now lets it go. That's reeled in. It's Williams. They bring him down after a short gain there. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Panthers will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The offense was fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
They'll run it to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The back's got it. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Another handoff to him on second and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards. And the
touchdown, Buffaloes. And they will claim the second half lead.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Well, Chris, we always talk about adjustments being made at halftime. And this offense clearly needed to make adjustments, but what they're trying here early in the second half is not working.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a
to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
The game makes it second and medium. QB decides to keep it here. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. The Panthers come to the line in a hurry-up.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. He's having one of those dream performances.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback keeps the football. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. It's So Kirk, Colorado has the lead. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. So an important third down play coming up. A field goal try here will be from 60. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense. Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. No huddle now for the offense.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Here we go. Third down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
You know, this back is taking advantage of his opportunities tonight in this football game. And here's another example on third down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the fourth quarter.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He'll hand it off. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab behind the line, it's Welch. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys the third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. 2nd down after that previous play. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Can he make it to the marker? And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Buffaloes lining up here on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball handed off. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
I'll tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. And they pick up the first on the ground. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all, the national championship.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.